All right, and
Nerd Talk.
Nerd Talk time.
Number 5, I think, right?
Yeah, it's episode 5, I believe.
Episode 5.
Today we are on location, live from Mordor.
Mordor. We just destroyed the ring.
We just simply walked in.
I don't know what Frodo's deal was. We got there no problem.
No gate guards.
Yeah.
You know, just straight path walked in, and they
Yeah.
were like, really nice.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah,
Sauron gave us tea.
Yeah. He was the shit.
But, see, our first topic is...
How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was good, thank you.
Good.
How was
Good.
yours?
It was okay. Spent most of the day alone.
That's sad.
It's okay.
So did I.
Yeah, that's sad, Christmas. Being adults and stuff. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life.
That's a good choice.
I watch it every year. You know, started watching it with my mom when I was little. So I have that, like, cuteness thing to it.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. My favorite is Christmas Vacation.
That's my favorite comedy.
Yeah.
Christmas comedy.
Fair enough. Die Hard is a close second, though.
Yeah, so apparently people think that Christmas movies have to be about Christmas.
Nah.
But, you know, I personally believe if it takes place on Christmas Day, then it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, for sure. Die Hard, totally.
Die Hard is one of the best Christmas movies ever.
I think if Christmas plays into the plot in some... Like, it can play into the plot in some way. Obviously, like that one did. He was coming to visit his wife for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. His kids, he had kids and such. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a really good Christmas movie. I really don't actually know if Christmas played into the plot for that, but that was just...
It took place on Christmas Day.
But it took place around Christmas. They would say Merry Christmas and stuff, and Michelle Monaghan or Monaghan or whatever had her Santa outfit and looked really hot.
In Bruges.
In Bruges. That's one I always forget about.
Takes place during Christmas.
You're right. I always forget about that one.
Iron Man 3.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this year for Christmas movies, I watched In Bruges.
Nice.
I didn't watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You did.
I did. I watched it on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Christmas Day I watched It's a Wonderful Life and Elf.
Nice. I didn't watch Elf this year because I didn't have it, and last year we rented it on Amazon, but they only had it to buy on Amazon, and I didn't want to buy it on Amazon like instant or whatever.
I illegally downloaded it.
We watched like a shit ton of Christmas movies. Like we watched the Home Alones.
Nice.
And Christmas
All
Vacation, of course. All three of them. Well, all three of them, because there's like 4 or 5 technically, but
yeah.
I watched 3 of them. I watched Bad Santa.
Yeah, I watched that one. Well, I watched it on Thanksgiving. But
Yeah. There was another one, but I don't remember.
Nightmare Before Christmas I watched.
That's a good one. I didn't watch Frosty this year, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I didn't watch Frosty.
I usually watch the animated Grinch, but I didn't watch it this year.
I didn't see it anywhere. We watched the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah. Like, when I was a kid, I grew up loving watching Cartoon Network on the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Because you'd have the Flintstones Christmas and Pac-Man Christmas, you know, all of those. Like, Flintstones Christmas Carol is always one of my favorite things to watch.
I haven't seen that in years.
Muppets Christmas Carol would come on.
Damn.
Like, they had, like, so many cool little Christmas things that Cartoon Network used to show.
Yeah.
The stupid little Rudolph one where the elf wanted to be a dentist.
Yeah. Yeah. The Year Without Santa Claus was one.
Yeah.
You know, there were others. I didn't watch the Santa Claus this year either, and that's one of my
I
favorites.
didn't either.
But
Man, I should marathon those.
yeah, the sequels are so bad.
All 3 Santa Clauses.
But the sequels are so bad. We did watch part of the sequel, but I couldn't pay attention to it. You know, we did see The Hobbit.
Did we?
We did. Me and you.
Not a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie, but they always come out around Christmas time.
That's true.
It was pretty good.
Good segue.
Yeah, thanks. I tried. It was pretty good. I think I liked it better than the first Hobbit, but I don't know what Peter Jackson's deal is, but they're just not as good as the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Nowhere near. And in case you don't know, I celebrate the Lord of the Rings trilogy through Middle-earth Monday. It's my favorite holiday. It takes place the Monday before Christmas.
It's a good holiday.
It is.
It
And
was a good day.
yeah, we saw Desolation of Smaug, or Smaug.
Smaug.
And
Smaug.
I don't like them. I do, but I mean, they're not bad movies.
Yeah, no, like, they're fun. You know, in the other trilogies, we can watch them back to back, and they don't feel like long movies. They just, because they're so good and you get so into it.
No matter how many times you've seen them.
Yeah, they just don't even feel long. But these new ones, that you can feel the length, like they just drags, and even some of the cool action sequences just go way too long.
Yeah, like This recent one, I found myself at times been like, oh, it's going to end here.
Yeah.
Oh, it should be ending now.
Yeah.
You know, because they kept having like false endings throughout.
Yeah, they
it,
did.
For one, and then when it ended, it's just.
And then it's an abrupt, almost kind of
It's
abrupt.
just, yeah, it's just why is it in there?
Which is really lame because the Lord of the Rings trilogy and even the first Hobbit had good endings that like left it open but had some sort of closure.
Yeah, for all of them, you could watch them as just a single movie.
Yeah.
And my biggest complaint about it was, one, Legolas.
Yeah, he's just a dick.
Orlando Bloom was he was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
He had no point in being there.
I think he was just trying to bring back old characters, which I understand. I guess that's kind of cool for nostalgia.
Like, yeah, he would have been he was alive at the time and everything, but they could have just put in any elf.
Yeah.
For one, but he completely ruined the entire already shitty barrel escape scene.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite scene in the entire movie.
Really?
Was the barrel scene.
And because it was a good scene in the book. In the book, it was great.
Yeah.
But fucking Legolas.
And
Legolas.
like I feel like the scene would have sucked even if he wasn't there.
But he just made it worse.
But he made it worse. Just
And
because of, like the way they were like, you know, the chubby ones like breaking out of the barrel and then like rolling around and like bouncing and fighting everyone. It's just they're just making it so like insanely comical.
Yeah.
Where it should have been like a serious scene.
Right. Because even in Lord of the Rings, there were fun moments and funny moments, and with Legolas and Gimli, you know, they have their fun moments because they're competition with the battles and stuff. But there's still like really epic battle scenes, and there's just like little humor. And I don't know, they're just not capturing the wonder of the other movies.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And I'm just not excited because I wasn't even really excited about this Hobbit, and I'm really not excited about the next one.
Like I feel like I would have been more. Like I feel like I would have been happier seeing Anchorman 2 or American Hustle.
Yeah, we should have seen one of those instead.
Even though that's still Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, and then even the next one, I'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah.
But because I'm gonna be curious how they tie it all up.
Yeah, I mean, and Smaug looked great.
Smaug.
Like they did an awesome job of him.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
He's the shit.
Had Sherlock and Watson in one movie.
Together, technically, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate the amount of CGI that he uses.
Yeah.
In this one.
You know, in the old, like even the orcs. In the old movie, the orcs. I mean, there might have been little CGI here and there, but like it was all practical,
people
makeup,
in costume. And they built the sets. They had like models and everything that they built.
And this one is just CGI.
Yeah, and this one like everything's just CGI. The orcs are CGI. They could have, like, okay, in Lord of the Rings, you know, Gothmog, the one that's like all cauliflower and gross looking.
Yeah.
Like, dude in a costume.
Could have been a costume, yeah.
The pale orc, CGI.
It's all CGI.
Yeah, they could have easily costumed that.
Yeah, I agree.
And made it look so much better.
And it would have been, yeah, I totally agree. I compare it loosely to the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
And how, I mean, granted, those are even worse than these Hobbit movies, but he went from all this practical stuff to all these CGI things, you know. And in a way, it makes sense with the time and all. But Lord of the Rings came out when CGI was big, and they still didn't do a lot of CGI. And
it's annoying.
It's annoying. It's sad, Peter Jackson. What the fudge?
What the fudge?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of trailers released lately.
There's been a lot of trailers. We can go.
They always release trailers around Christmas time.
Yeah, because big movies are out, so they release a lot of trailers to be released with these big movies. Like,
what was your favorite one?
My favorite one, it's I'll choose. It's hard to decide between Interstellar and Transcendence.
Yours is different than mine.
Really? Which those are like similar because it's the Transcendence is directed by Wally Fitzer. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
And he's the typically the director of photography for Christopher Nolan movies, but now he's directing his own thing, starring Johnny Depp. It looks really good about a man who's like dying, so he puts himself in the computer, and then it's all evil and. You know,
it looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
It looks like a good time.
The cast is great. The cast is amazing, and Johnny Depp doing something not weird is really nice. And of course,
it's still weird.
It's still, I mean, yeah, but it's not like Tim Burton weird.
Yeah.
You know, and he's kind of playing a villain, which is cool. But yeah, and then Interstellar looks great, even though like I kind of wanted more from it because it's Christopher Nolan. And granted, his teasers are always pretty teasing, but I feel like you still didn't get a whole lot from it, and it was just mostly old footage and Matthew McConaughey crying. But I'm super excited about it still.
I want to say that my favorite was probably How to Train Your Dragon 2.
It does look good. That does look really good.
Because, one, I'm a sucker for animated films.
And the first one was great.
Oh, the first one was so
The
good.
first one was so good.
And this one has Kate Blanchett in it.
Yeah, I like her.
And it looks so fun.
It looks fun. I definitely agree.
And my other favorite was Interstellar, just because Nolan.
Yeah.
But
Nolan's God.
I'm really excited for Grand Budapest.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Wes Anderson.
I'm a Wes Anderson fanboy,
Yeah.
and my favorite movie by him is Life Aquatic. But this one looks like it's going to be so good.
Oh,
it's going to be hilarious. It has an all-star cast.
His last few have been having just like all-star casts. I mean,
Yeah.
Moonrise Kingdom had fucking Bruce Willis in it. He had Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis in a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
I wish I could write like Wes Anderson is like one of those guys. I wish I could write something similar, like his humor, his quirkiness. But I just can't.
It's a weird style.
It is, but it's so good. It's like only him, man. You know.
And I'd say the biggest disappointing trailer was the new Adam Sandler.
Blended. Bland. It's very bland. It's very Adam Sandler of today, and because it was with him and Drew Barrymore, you would kind of expect it to look cool because you know they've done awesome ones together. Wedding Singer is amazing.
Wedding Singer is one of the best Sandler movies.
Oh, for sure. And
But 50 First Dates was not good.
no, I mean it's not as bad. I think it was in the midst of his decline, you know, but it's compared to his most recent ones. 50 First Dates is a genius piece of comedy. But
Never thought I would hear those words
I know.
together.
But Blended just looks really bad, and it looks really similar to like his other one. Just Go With It. Like it's all about them pretending to be.
I forgot about that movie.
I don't. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. They also released a teaser for Expendables 3, which is also an ultimate teaser. It's just them walking and whistling, and then they all turn and reveal themselves, and it's got Mel Gibson in there, which Mel Gibson as a bad guy in an Expendables movie is pretty cool.
That is cool. So who are the new ones in 3?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Which he's the big one. Him and Mel Gibson are the two big ones that are the additions to the cast.
Okay.
There's a couple like random people, and then Kellen Lutz from Twilight fame
That's weird.
is in it because they're bringing in like young guys. There's another guy who was in Dark Knight Rises very briefly. He was the pretty boy who gets beat up by Bane. He's in it randomly, and then there's a woman that they've added. But I don't know who she is. I think she's a UFC fighter or something.
Okay. But there's a woman in it? Because aren't they making like a women Expendables?
Yeah, they are making a woman Expendables because like Meryl Streep is in talks, which is strange.
She doesn't do action movies.
She doesn't, but I'm hoping that she's like. I mean, I guess it'd be cool to see Meryl Streep do an action thing, but I'm hoping maybe she'll be a villain. That'd be kind of cool for her to do a villain role in an action movie. And I think Cameron Diaz was in talks.
Yeah, Lucy Liu.
She should be in talks. I don't even know for sure if she. I think maybe she was. Maybe there was because there were
Uma
three
Thurman
girls.
should be.
Uma Thurman should be. Kate Beckinsale.
Mia Jovovich.
Mia Jovovich or whatever. I don't know.
Resident Evil chick.
Yeah, her. Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I had another
There's
one.
a lot they could do.
Angelina Jolie could be in it.
Judi
as a veteran
Dench.
one. Judi Dench would be epic.
She's them.
Yeah, she does action movies. Anyways, more headlines, more important news of recent.
Yeah, throw one out there.
They cut Rogue out of X-Men Days of Futures Past.
Which I'm okay with.
It does, the only reason it bugs me is because she's been on promoting it. She was at Comic-Con last year or this year. She was in the trailer. But I guess literally she was only in one sequence of the movie, and they said that it didn't work. You know, they filmed it early in the shoot. Things evolve when you shoot movies, and it just didn't work or something.
Evolve in mutants.
Mutants, yeah. That I wish I could say
Did
that
you
was
do
on
that on
purpose.
purpose?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man.
But it is a happy accident. But apparently, Anna Paquin's cool with it.
It's a large cast, anyways.
Yeah, it is.
But so that's one reason I'm okay with it because they're introducing a lot of new ones. We have Bishop, Quicksilver, Blink, but taking out Rogue. I mean, she's in one of the
big ones from the
big ones, yeah.
But it's what's sad, but stuff happens, whatever. They're bringing back the writers from X-Men 2 to do X-Men Apocalypse.
That's my favorite X-Men movie. Yeah,
and it's Bryan Singer and now that he's got full control, because I feel like it was being developed a bit before Bryan Singer was officially director, and now this one he's officially all the way through. It's all going to be his baby.
I wish they'd bring Nightcrawler back for it.
I hope they do. I really hope
that would
they
be
do.
amazing. Alan Cumming was perfect for Nightcrawler. He was the best part of the X2.
Oh, he was the best part of X2 for sure. him and Pyro. I really dug Pyro, and really his whole descent into evil.
Into evil, yeah.
You know, it's one of my favorite scenes in any of the trilogy is when he's talking to Magneto.
And
Your
speaking of
what's your
Magneto,
real name, John?
Paul Rudd is Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd is Ant-Man. It's official. It's official.
It's official. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man. Best news
I'm so
for
excited.
any movie.
So excited. I kind of like, this is going to sound really weird to say out loud, but I'm excited to see Paul Rudd buff. If he gets, he may not.
He may not have to.
He may not have to, but it'd be really weird and kind of interesting to see Paul Rudd like ripped.
He was in town.
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's from here.
Well, yeah.
We live in Kansas City.
We're in Mordor.
We're in Mordor, but we live in Kansas City.
Paul Rudd was in Mordor.
He was taking pictures at Boulevard Brewery.
Oh, that's cool.
He went on the tour and everything.
We should have gone there that day.
I know.
He would like us, I think.
I think we'd get along.
Yeah, we could be friends with him.
I'd say that about a lot of celebrities, though.
Like James Franco and
And Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen and those guys. Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, all of them. I think we'd get along. I think I'd get along with
Vin Diesel.
I would love to hang out with Vin Diesel.
Play D&D of Vin Diesel.
On my bucket list is play D&D with Vin Diesel.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one day.
I made a role specifically for him and roll for initiative.
You did. Speaking of Vin Diesel, they officially announced that he's gonna be Groot. That's also official.
But hasn't everyone known that for so long?
Yeah, that's what's strange about it.
Because Vin Diesel's been saying, hey, I'm
he's
Groot.
been saying it. There was a behind-the-scenes thing of the latest Fast and Furious movie where he was walking around talking to people like, "Oh, I'm practicing being a tree." Yeah, I'm practicing being a tree because I'm playing Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's like, obviously everybody knew, but they did an official announcement for it or whatever. I still hope he's
with
gonna
his
be
one line.
Yeah, they said that he read it multiple times in different ways, and they said never they didn't know an actor could say the same line with different, but mean different things or give different emotions. It's Vin Diesel.
It's Vin Diesel. He's one of the best actors.
He's one of the best in the world.
I don't care what you say.
But yeah, I still kind of hope he's not just gonna be Groot, and they have other plans for him because I feel like
Thanos.
Like Thanos, yeah, would be sweet.
Vin Diesel would be a sick Thanos.
He'd be an awesome Thanos.
But speaking of people who should play things.
Yeah, they announced recently that they're going to do Spider-Man spin-offs because that's the big thing lately is for studios who own comic book properties to build the universes. Fox is doing that with Fantastic Four and what they can with X-Men because they're doing X-Force as well as the X-Men sequel and so on. So Sony, is it Sony? It's Sony.
Yeah, it's Sony.
Who has Spider-Man, all they have is Spider-Man and his properties, so they decided to make a universe out of Spider-Man, which is silly.
There's a lot to Spider-Man, but in a Venom movie, I think could be a cool idea.
Yeah, they're doing a Venom movie.
Because that could bring in Carnage and stuff, but a Sinister Six movie, on the other hand, is not a good idea.
No, that one seems weird because they're obviously alluding to the Sinister Six in Spider-Man movies, and I understand that. I mean, sure, it could spin off, but I thought they've been saying that's the plan for the sequels is to have the Sinister Six.
And they don't need their own movie if they're going to.
What would a Sinister Six movie be about? Because they're all bad guys. I don't understand.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of for a bad guy movie could be doing a Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with the Sinister Six, and they're villains who are trying to be good.
Yeah. So I don't know, because there would have to be a hero to the story, and you can't have one of the Sinister Six be a hero, and you can't have Spider-Man in there without it being a Spider-Man movie and not a Sinister Six movie.
Unless they do it where it's they're the villains and Spider-Man's, the hero, but they're doing it from the villain's point of view, making
that'd
them
be interesting.
Seem like they're the good guys because they think what they're doing's, obviously wrong, but it's what they want to do.
I guess that'd be interesting.
And Spider-Man is thwarting them.
Yeah.
And it's their take on it, but still.
But yeah.
It's not the best idea in the world.
No, but a Venom movie could be cool. But I kind of want them to do Venom as a bad guy first. And then do that, because they were talking about doing a Venom movie back after Spider-Man 3 came out.
Yeah.
And that would have worked because he was just a bad guy, and then now you can have it where he's
anti-hero,
and that could be cool. But I don't think they should do him as an anti-hero or whatever first. But I don't know. But a Venom one would still be cool. They could do cool stuff with it.
Who do you think should play Venom?
I have two people that I think could play Venom.
Is one of them me?
Yes.
Because I would love to play Venom.
And the other is me. But not really, because we're scrawny and...
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Topher Grace was Venom, but that movie doesn't exist. Nathan Fillion and Idris Elba.
They should play everything.
They should play everything. I don't actually want them to play Venom, but John Bernthal
from Walking Dead.
Walking Dead could be an interesting.
He could be a good
He
Venom.
could be a good Venom, and
he's been getting his name up there lately.
he has.
Doing
he has.
things.
He's been doing stuff. And then Ryan Quantin. I'm so bad with names.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he's in True Blood.
Maybe that's why I don't know who that is.
That's probably why you don't know who he is. But he's also in the movie the LARPing one, the D&D /
Oh, Knights of
one.
Badassdom.
Yeah, he's like the main guy in that Knights of Badassdom, which is finally,
Okay.
that finally got a release date, by the way. It's going to come out in like January or February. There's a thing we could do online to try to get them to come play it in Kansas City.
Oh, cool. We should do that.
We should do that. But anyways, I think he'd be good, and I know you haven't watched it yet, but there's a little short film, Dirty Laundry, the Punisher short film, which is really cool that Thomas Jane did.
Thomas Jane should play Venom.
Thomas Jane should just do awesome. Him and Vin Diesel and Nathan Fillion and Idris Elba should play everything at any time.
Yeah, but what you were saying with the...
They did another one with Eddie Brock, and Ryan Quantin plays Eddie Brock in that.
Okay.
And and it's pretty cool actually. Like they do it in this like black and white thing, so it makes it look like it's old timey or just whatever. But like it's really cool. And you should watch it. And that's when I watched that, I was like, yeah, he should be Eddie Brock. They should make that a thing.
Know who could be a decent Eddie Brock Venom?
Huh?
I can't remember his name right now, but the dude from How I Met Your Mother.
Neil Patrick Harris?
No, Jason Segel's friend in that show, or the buff dude.
The one who played Flash Thompson in the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, he would be good. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy, but I think it'd be cool to see Donald Glover play Venom.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sweet.
That'd be good. I think he could be a decent Venom.
Or he could be Carnage.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Back in the day, I used to say that Matthew Lillard could be Carnage.
Matthew Lillard would be a sweet Carnage.
But he's kind of old now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it'd be cool for Tim Blake Nelson to be Carnage.
That's genius.
He has that crazy look to him.
He has that crazy look to him, and who knows if they're going to use him for the Hulk anymore.
Yeah.
So, that's good. That's a good.
Which they've said they're going to be doing Hulk movies.
Eventually.
I think they said 2015.
Yeah. So.
Well, Lou Ferrigno was saying anyways. And and at least he's still the voice of the Hulk.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
So he should know.
He should know. He's the Hulk. He is the Hulk.
He's always going to be the Hulk.
It makes sense. It make that be a Phase 3 thing, I guess. I can understand why they're kind of delaying Hulk movies because the first one wasn't very good and the second one was awesome, but didn't make as much money as they wanted, I guess.
And then the Edward Norton
and the Edward
Marvel
Norton Fallout, but now he's awesome. They did awesome in the Avengers.
Yeah.
What was your favorite movie this year that you've seen so far? Because we haven't seen a few, like American Hustle and Anchorman.
My favorite movie that I saw this year. I don't know.
It's hard.
It is hard. I loved Pacific Rim. I did.
I did love Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim was awesome. I like Man of Steel a lot.
Even though it was hated on.
It was hated on. Man of Steel was kind of hated on, but it was still big.
I really liked At World's End.
Oh, I forgot.
And This Is the End.
Both of those. Those are probably my favorite. I think This Is the End is my favorite comedy, and World's End would be close. But I think may not be my favorite movie of the year, but I think the best movie of the year that I've seen so far is Gravity.
Which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and I've told you that it's amazing, and it should win every Oscar ever.
Yeah.
But there's also movies that are going to be really big this year as far as Oscars that we haven't seen yet, like American Hustle or 12 Years a Slave. And but I think that's
Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club. But I think my favorite movie of the year is Star Trek Into Darkness.
I loved that movie.
Yeah, it may not be the best movie of the year, but it was my favorite.
I was talking that up the other day.
Yeah, I know some people hated it, and because I was talking to somebody who was dogging on it, but they're crazy. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The reveal for him being Khan was kind of sweet.
It was good all around.
It was good all around. It was just as good as the first one, if not better.
And you were worried for I was so worried about Chekhov.
Yeah, I totally thought.
I thought Chekhov was going to die.
They put him in a red shirt. Yeah.
And he even was worried on screen.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Scotty was great. Simon Pegg is so good. He's just so great.
If you could remake any movie, what would you do?
If I could remake any movie, it kind of that's tough because remakes aren't usually necessary, obviously. But I mean, sometimes it can be cool to remake a movie. One that was an awesome idea, wasn't executed well, or was just super cheesy. I have two that I would choose.
Okay.
They don't really need remakes, although they are for sure doing one of these as a remake. But Highlander and The Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Highlander I love it. I love the first one, so I love it. It's so good. It's super cheesy, and I feel like a modernized version of Highlander could be really cool with modern effects. better actors and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, Sean Connery is great, so excluding whatever, but like, a modern version of that where it's not '90s cheese could be awesome. So mostly I'd want to write that because I don't want somebody to fuck it up because they totally could. Same with Lost Boys, as unnecessary as it would be. That's another one that could be kind of fun to explore in today's world as long as they don't Twilight it up, which they probably would if they did remake that. So if it was going to have to be remade, I'd want to do that to keep it from being Twilighted.
To keep it right.
And keep it pretty close and maybe some cheese in that, because that's one of those where the cheese is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But, casting for that would be hard.
There was one that I always wanted to remake, and then they went and did it, and it wasn't good.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to remake Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
For so long, I'm like, I want to do a remake of Carrie.
And the original is so good.
The original is awesome.
The book is great.
And I was like, I can do this. And then they did it.
And did you see the remake?
No.
It wasn't good.
But I heard so many bad things about it that it just made me not want to go see it.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the original, but because it's so close to the original, it doesn't...
Yeah.
It makes it even more unnecessary. It wasn't as tense coming towards the end. And even the whole prom scene went by really fast, and they had her show a lot of remorse to different people. And I didn't really like that because she's meant to just have gone fucking nuts in that scene. But they had her, like, save the gym teacher. Like, she saved her life and, like, excluded her from everything. And I think there was somebody else that she might have saved. And I was just like, why? She's supposed to just be, like...
crazy
in the zone
and just kill everything.
Yeah, the only person, because even in the book she saves the one girl.
The only one that escapes is Sue Snell.
Yeah, and that's fine, and that was a little bit different because it was after everything when she had like cooled off or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it just wasn't very good. And Chloe Grace Moretz or Mortez, she's just too pretty and normal looking to be Carrie. And I feel like they tried to ugly her up, and I guess it helped that in the remake every other girl looked like a fucking model. So in the comparison, she was different, but she wasn't plain enough to be Carrie.
And I also really want to remake Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That one hasn't been done in a long time.
No, that'd be fun.
And they did that video game, but
yeah,
that
and
was
with
bad.
Today's effects and stuff,
it could go really well.
It could be epic as hell. That's true.
And that's a good story.
It is a good story.
And in other news, our Kickstarter didn't get completed.
No, we were we weren't off by much from our goal. Only by like 2,900.
It didn't go well.
It didn't go well, but that's okay. We've got...
People didn't want to hear our story.
No, you know what? It'll happen.
And Happy is a damn good movie. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. We have other ones that are being written that are going to be good and in the pipeline, and some short films that should be made soon.
Yeah,
which we say all the time.
It's going to go well.
Things will pick up.
Things will pick up. It's winter.
Piper Plows isn't dead yet.
Nope.
No. What are we going to talk about next time? It'll be a new year next time.
It will.
We'll have a very special guest.
Who?
He's not famous or anything, but he's famous in our hearts.
Patrick Stewart?
Yeah. No, even better.
Better than Patrick Stewart.
Our good friend Tyler Tennant is going to be on next time.
That is better than Patrick Stewart.
And we've plugged it, so he's going to have to do it now.
Now he has to.
But yeah.
So tune in next time. Thanks for watching.